What up, everybody? It's Billy Briz, aka at Getting Bills, coming with you with an NBA DFS video for the opening day slate. 2-game slate here. Probably going to go light on it. A lot of games Wednesday and Friday, the day of Christmas. But let's get into this 2-game slate because there's a Draftkings Millionaire Maker and also a FanDuel Millionaire Maker. So if there's money to be made, you definitely know I'm going to be playing on it. This is going to be a really interesting slate because the first game of the night is going to be this Golden State Warriors and Brooklyn Nets game. But before I get into that, let me do some housekeeping stuff. Use promo code PubSportsRadio on mybookie.ag for a 50% bonus on your cash deposit. Must be a minimum of $99 and 100% bonus on Bitcoin deposit of minimum $100. And also, we got Monday Night Football tonight, Bengals, Steelers. Make sure you watch that pod tonight. It's going to be Nicky Boy's birthday, so you know the panel's going to be getting lit for that one. And cashing some bets with the best, as always. And then make sure you check out our Twitch channel, twitch.com/PubSportsRadio. We got Big Show over there doing big things over there. He's doing some UFC stuff, so it's like all the people that you see on the panels and stuff like that in a simulated UFC slate. So that's all the housekeeping stuff that we have going on for right now. Let's get into the slate, though, because I think this slate is, even though it's a 2-game slate, it's going to be a juicy, interesting 2-game slate here. The first team that we're going to talk about here is the Brooklyn Nets. This team is more of a verbal type of team to talk about rather than look at the stats from the preseason because it wasn't too much to take away from that. First things first, though, we're going to talk about the main man that is coming back here for the Brooklyn Nets is going to be Kevin Durant, $9,800. One of my favorite plays on the slate. Kevin Durant, even though he's not going to be 100% of himself, man, you give me 95% of Kevin Durant against a porous Golden State Warriors defense, usually one of the best spots to attack for forward position. And it's going to be a pace-up type of game. Definitely fits Kevin Durant and a revenge spot. Love Kevin Durant on this slate. The only thing I don't like about this is, like, man, you know, FanDuel, I kind of expect the single position eligibility, but on DraftKings, man, Kevin Durant's listed just as a power forward. You can't play him at small forward or anything like that. It just doesn't make sense to me. One of the things I like about DraftKings, the reason why I play on it, is the multi-positional eligibility, and we got Kevin Durant just listed as power forward. Very frustrating. But also we got Kyrie Irving, $8,500. Pretty interesting enough. I feel like Kyrie Irving's a better DK play than FD play. On FD, he is priced higher than Curry. On FD, though, man, I feel like I'm going to end up stacking Kyrie and Curry in some lineups because it's just that bad at the point guard position. But we're on DraftKings, so let's talk about DraftKings. $8,500, Kyrie Irving here. It's going to be the point guard leading the team in usage. The only thing I like about Kyrie here in this spot is sometimes Kyrie kind of plays a little bit too relaxed for my liking. I kind of like some of the other studs on the slate in the same exact price range, but you know, 2-game slate, not going to fade fully on Kyrie if I'm playing max multi-entries. Definitely not fading Kyrie, but I'll definitely be underweight on him. More of a single entry GPP player for me personally, or a 3-max. I think that's called the NBA Hot Shot on DraftKings, and I don't know if they call it on FanDuel the 3-max, but it's really that's really my jam. But also going down a little bit, man, I don't really like these secondary options on the Nets. If I did have to pick one, it would be Karis LeVert playing this Manu Ginobili role for the Nets, even though I don't think the Nets are going to be running a Spurs-like offense. When I say the Manu role, I mean the role off the bench leading the team in usage, and if somebody went out, he could easily be plugged in and be a 30-minute type of game and absolutely smash. But Karis LeVert here coming off the bench, $6,500. As of right now, he's popping in the mid-range, but I don't know if I want to go mid-range type of build or go more stars and scrub. With the way the Warriors are kind of set up right now, it kind of feels more stars and scrubby to me. Let's go over to this Warriors side because I think this is the biggest injury news of the slate right here. Listed as questionable, but I don't think Draymond Green's playing this game. He strained his foot in the last scrimmage Draymond's getting banged up recent last year too. So I really don't expect Draymond to play in this game. So if Draymond doesn't play in this game, the usage rate for Curry is going to be off the ceiling. Like I even though Curry's coming back from injury and I don't expect him playing like 35, 40 minutes a game, I can't fade Curry in the first opening day slate with the usage that he's going to have compared to everybody else on this slate. I think Curry's in a smash spot. Probably my favorite stud of the slate personally for me, for GPPs. He's definitely going to be plugged into my core players. So with Draymond being out, I believe that Eric Paschall should get the start here. Eric Paschall, $3,800 on DraftKings. Way too cheap, man. Way too cheap. I feel like he's going to play like 30 to 35 minutes per game. Really led the team. I wouldn't say lead the team in usage, but was definitely a vocal point of the team last year when Curry and Thompson were out and stuff like that, and Durant also as well. It was really the Eric Paschall show, man, of all things. But $3,800, I feel like he's going to be a core play on this slate. Let's check out some of the secondary options. Kevin Looney, I think, is a better FanDuel play than DraftKings play. $1,000 cheaper on FanDuel rather than DraftKings, but $5,200 definitely is going to fall into that GPP category. Starting center here for the Golden State Warriors. But with Draymond being out, I feel like they're going to do something a little bit different where we see like Wiggins play some forward. He's listed as shooting guard, small forward. Terrible DraftKings price at $7,000, but on FanDuel, I'll probably get a lot of Wiggins because the shooting guard position's absolutely dreadful over there on FanDuel. We'll look at that in a second. But $7,000 is way too expensive on DraftKings, but I feel like Andrew Wiggins is definitely going to be playing a lot more forward in this game. Also, we got Kelly Oubre here, new addition to the team. I love me some Kelly Oubre. I honestly think he's a better Wiggins, but I'm a Kelly Oubre fan at the end of the day. But $6,700. Be pretty interesting if this is gonna be a good Kelly Oubre spot or not. His usage last year for the Suns is what I'm a little bit concerned about because he's gonna take more of a secondary type of role here, playing for the Warriors, especially coming off the bench. Man, be interesting to see what starting lineup the Warriors put out tomorrow. But a guy to note is Marquise Chris. I just don't know where I know the Warriors are going to play him at center, but we have seen him play power forward before in previous seasons, and he's a really good point per minute player at $4,000. I think he's going to be one of the better values of the slate in general, regardless if he starts or not. But if he does start, he's going to become a must-core play at $4,000. Marquise Chris rates out really well, man. When it comes to fantasy points per minute and stuff like that. And I think with no Draymond, we could see 20 to 25 minutes here for Marquise Chris. And at $4,000, I feel like that's going to pay off, especially compared to the value on the slate. It's such a perfect pivot to go from Eric Paschall to Marquise Chris, even though I don't think point per dollar wise that's smart to do. But I feel like GPP wise, you're going to have to do something to get different on this 2-game slate here. Love Marquise Chris here. $4,000, especially if he gets to start. I think he becomes a core cash game play. But as of right now, he falls more inside the GPP category. Better DraftKings play since you can play 2 centers rather than FanDuel, where he's listed as a power forward on a pretty deep power forward slate for FanDuel. And let's head over to the last game of the night, which is going to be this Clippers and Lakers game over under 223.5. Let me speed through these picks real quick. $9,100 Kawhi Leonard. I'm kind of off of Kawhi Leonard for tomorrow's slate. I'm going to be more inclined to play a guy like Paul George. Nothing wrong with Kawhi. I know he's a good raw point projection play, but I just don't like this spot here against the Lakers for him. More inclined to play a guy like Paul George here. Just a way cheaper price tag, and I feel like they give you similar upsides. I know Kawhi is a way better player than Paul George, but I feel like Paul George can definitely get the job done here as a secondary defense that he's going to take. It'd be interesting to see who LeBron guards in this one. Paul George, though, $7,800. I really do like him over on FanDuel. The shooting guard position on FanDuel is absolutely horrendous. But the secondary options on this team, we got Serge Ibaka. He's going to be starting center for tomorrow night. $5,200. I don't know how I feel about Serge yet. I kind of don't want to go there. Kind of takes away from a guy like I can't even say his name, Ivica Zubac. I know how to say the last name, but Zubac here in a run spot. If he was getting to start, though, against LA, I'd be more inclined to play a guy like him at $5,000. Kind of disappointing that he isn't the starting center here anymore. His minutes are going to be definitely fluctuating and not reliable. So the only value play that I really see popping off for this team is going to be Luke Kennard, the Detroit Piston that just got signed over to the Clippers. I love Luke Kennard at $3,600. I feel like he fits perfectly for this team, even though his usage is going to go down from the Pistons, but I think he's going to fit better on just a better role for this team for him. Luke Kennard, I feel like he isn't going to be a name that's going to pop for people. I feel like at $3,600, we got Eric Pascal there at $3,800. So I feel like Luke Kennard is going to be half the ownership with similar upside because he's just a shooter. And similar about the way to think about value plays is to look at their usage ratings and stuff like that. And I feel like Luke Kennard has a path to getting there at $3,600. Also, skipped over the point guards here, but where's my boy Lou Will? $5,400. A little bit too cheap of a price tag here for Lou Will. He's usually around that high $5,000 range, but on a 2-game slate, they're probably going to want to bring him down in price to make people feel better about their lineups and stuff. I do like Lou Will. You can always smash in a good spot. I really like Lou Will over on FanDuel since you got to play 2 point guards over there. Let's go over to the Lakers side of the ball. I am more inclined to play a guy like LeBron James than Anthony Davis. LeBron James always upside for a triple-double here. I do like AD. I usually like AD against the Clippers in this spot. But AD, I feel like they're going to try to not play him 45 minutes in the first, 42 minutes in the first game of the season. I feel like that's just a little bit too much to expect for Anthony Davis, and maybe that's a guy that they try to limit his minutes since they got some more pieces in the front court. They got guys like Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Marcus Gasol on that team now. Somebody that is more offensive-minded coming off the bench. Not saying Anthony Davis is offensive-minded. I'm talking about compared to the guys that were his backup last year, like JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard, who didn't really give a lot of offense to this team when Anthony Davis came off the floor. Really don't understand why they changed his position over on FanDuel. He was listed as center throughout the whole entire preseason. Now he's listed as a power forward. But quickly, though, before I get done with this video, I'm going to give you my 3 favorite plays of the slate. My 3 favorite plays of the slate is going to be Curry, Eric Pascal, and Kevin Durant over on here on DK. You can kind of use the same exact core over here on FanDuel. We can quickly go through the FanDuel pricing over here. Very short player pool over here, but more interesting enough, I feel like you can leave money off the slate because a guy like Andrew Wiggins here at $7,000 isn't a good play on DraftKings because I don't think he's going to outscore a guy like Paul George, Kyrie Irving, or something like that. But over on FanDuel, he just has to outscore Paul George or something like that. Only one other person. You want to hit the top 2 players on each position. So I feel like Andrew Wiggins definitely is a way better FanDuel play than DraftKings play. And it will probably be in my main FanDuel lineup as of right now, my first look lineup. But I love Curry on FanDuel, $8,700, cheaper than Kyrie. I think he's the best play on the FanDuel slate. It'd be interesting to see what I want to do here with the LeBron AD situation. LeBron's listed as small forward, and small forward is kind of shallow, man, on FanDuel. We got LeBron, Kawhi, Kelly Oubre, Karis LeVert. I kind of don't want to play a guy like Joe Harris in the first game of the season, even though he has a good price tag. Taurean Prince is more of a fade for me. He's a polarizing player. Some people are really high and some people are really off on him. And same thing with Kent Bazemore. I think the power forward position is going to be very interesting to see where ownership goes and stuff like that. And then the center position also as well. The center position is going to be, I think, the most interesting spot on FanDuel. And I'm going to definitely be looking into this one because you can play a guy like DeAndre Jordan at $4,500 or a guy that is a better fantasy point per minute player like Jared Allen or a guy like Kevin Looney who might not give you the same exact upside, but might give you the same exact upside in minutes because, Kevin Looney, I don't think he's going to play too many far off of minutes that Allen and DeAndre Jordan are going to be splitting, man. It's going to be a pretty interesting 2-game slate here. I love how FanDuel's got the $3 for a chance at $1 million. I don't see how you don't play on FanDuel sometimes. Some of their price structures on their contests are absolutely amazing, man, for for the people and stuff like that. I feel like a lot more people should be playing on FanDuel than they do, man. It's kind of it's pretty sad, honestly, to see, because I know a lot of people spend a lot of time on DK and stuff like that. But sometimes, man, FanDuel is just, these contests are crazy, man. But plugging the same 3 core: Curry, Eric Pascal, Kevin Durant. Before I head on out of here, let's go over to the comment section, see what the comments got to say. What's up, Carlisle? Big show. Make sure you check out that Twitch tonight. 7 o'clock p.m. It's going to be the, I think, UFC 4 card, Pub Sports Radio card. So you're going to see me go against the birthday boy. You're going to see MMA Unhinged. You're going to see Big Show. You're going to see everybody. It's going to be a crazy card to watch that leading into the Monday Night Football. And shouts to Big P. He said Paul George is going to go 5 for 22 tomorrow. Man, haven't we seen that one before? But yeah, I can't believe we're pushing over on 17 minutes on a 2-game slate. So I'm going to head on out of here. Make sure you check out the live streams tonight. For the upcoming schedule for this week, we're going to have like these short kind of videos. And then for the Christmas slate, I'm going to bring over Taylor Stuber. He does a lot of cool things for like Showdown Slate and stuff like that. I love the way his process is and stuff like that. So glad to have him come on for this Christmas Day slate breakdown. And in the meantime, man, you're going to see these little videos like that, probably way shorter than 17 minutes, but first one of the year. So make sure you check out me over on Twitter at Getting Bills. Ask me any questions you got. The 3-man core that we're going to go with is Curry, Eric Pascal, and Kevin Durant. I'm going to head on out. See you boys tonight.